What's up, guys? Welcome to JBM Podcast, Just the Bros with
Michaela. Yay!
Before we get started, I have one thing to say. I don't have a drink on this table, and I wasn't informed I needed a drink on this table.
Well, I don't know.
This is
Oh yeah, you got body
Don't you
armor.
just drink water, Brogan?
Someone give me
That's
that.
What you say.
Yeah, give me this
All the
song right here.
sangria is good.
Sangria.
Freaking
Body
fire.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's got a water.
It's fucking hot.
Oh,
Ew.
Is it? Let me.
Not really. It's just
No.
like it's
Liar.
okay.
It's room temperature.
It's hot
He
to
goes,
me.
It's hot.
hot.
He goes,
It's hot.
that's room
I could drink
temperature.
this.
Ice cold. That's because you're a little baby. I need mine like ice cold.
Is it? Well,
This
that's
is-
more. Well,
Thank
you're
you.
a little baby then. If you need it ice
Yeah,
cold.
right?
I'm important.
Like
I
if
don't
this
really
thing is
like-
boiling.
Super cold water because it hurts my teeth.
Oh, I like super cold water. I remember one time after a hot day, I
Water.
drank like super cold water and like my
well,
body
on like a
started
summer
to
day.
like
it
no
feels
like
nice.
I dehydrated myself. Like I didn't drink. I went on a 5-mile bike ride, didn't drink no water, got back and
Stupid.
chugged a full ice cold water bottle, and I felt my whole body just contracting.
Cool. Yeah.
It's a junior thing to do.
It was painful but really refreshing.
Okay.
It was worth it.
highly
Highly
recommend
recommend it. No, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't die.
Highly recommend it. By the way,
No.
don't listen. Yeah, don't listen to us. We don't have like PhD.
And you're still drinking it anyway.
It's what else do I have?
He was being over dramatic.
What else do I have?
So Monday conditioner.
Oh,
We
my
just found
God.
out that's a thing.
Yeah.
Why?
Ugh.
On a
Thank you,
Wednesday?
Using a conditioner that's called Monday and using it on a Wednesday, I don't know. I just kind of don't like it.
Why would you name a conditioner Monday?
That's my problem.
I fuck with it.
Nobody likes Mondays.
Like everybody
You-
loves
you need it.
Friday. Like TJ Fridays. Thank God it's Friday. Smart, genius.
Genius.
You want to go to a restaurant called Monday?
I would.
I mean, okay,
course
maybe
you
for
would.
the ex-
Okay.
maybe
I would,
for the
I
experience.
would need
like
to know
the,
what it's all about.
I mean, okay,
Oh my god.
but you
I
wouldn't
would-
enjoy it. It'd
Well,
be shitty.
if the food was good, I mean, if they acted like it was Monday and everybody was like, and they like fucked my order up, but only like a little bit.
It's called Monday to Gray Building.
You know that
Moving
one
on.
restaurant that I really want to go to,
It's-
but I'm afraid of because I think it's
They'll-
gonna make me cry.
They'll eat you alive. I
They
know which one you're
probably
talking
would.
About.
Yeah.
The one where they bully you.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go there too.
I'd
But
give them
not
a
the
list.
place with the hats, but like the other place that you've seen it on TikTok.
I know
right?
what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give them all a list of Michaela's insecurities beforehand.
Great. Thank
But I would
you.
do the same thing. I'd be
Yeah.
like, here's a list of everybody's
of
insecurities.
everyone's, not
of everybody's. Just no, I'm not that much of an asshole because I want to see who cries first.
just. Speaking
yeah.
of, am I the asshole? This
You're
episode,
funny.
we are
Understood
going to
the
be doing.
assignment.
That was pretty good. We're going to be reading Reddit stories. Each of us have
Yeah.
chosen a couple of Reddit stories to talk about.
Yeah, if we get to them all.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
right now,
Ready.
mine's like
Who wants-
completely left field to
You know
your
what?
guys's.
You go first, Michaela.
Oh
Ladies
my god,
first.
okay.
This should be fun.
I'll save mine for last. So
I'll save mine. for
Okay,
last.
so this is under the Reddit thread r/relationships. Okay, here goes. I, 37 female, want to divorce my husband, 40-year-old male, but everyone keeps telling me I will die alone if I do so. Okay, what is the best course of action? I caught my husband cheating on me with my daughter's teacher. Crazy. We have 3 kids. 12 male, 9 female, and 4 female. So they got 3 kids together. We've been married for 15 years and together for 20. But recently I found out that he's been cheating. I reported the teacher and separated from my husband. I served him divorce papers because cheating has always been a deal breaker for me. My husband has begged a lot, but I still didn't budge. It's been 1.5 months since I served him the divorce. I have had people try to convince me to stay. I've heard numerous advices, but most common were 1. All men cheat. If I leave my husband and find a new man, the chances that he will cheat on me is still high. Better just stay with the guy, right? 2, I will be a single mom with 3 kids, and I will have a difficult time finding a new partner because we have baggage besides I'm 37. 3, I should let him cheat because at the end of the day, he still provides and pays the bills. 4, think about the kids and how will it affect them. Divorce is always so harsh on kids. 5, I am taking their father away from them. Crazy. There's still more. I can keep going. All of these I avoided, but what struck me was that what my mother said. My mom also divorced my dad when he cheated. Our dad abandoned us after the divorce was final. I barely talked to him. My mother said sometimes she wishes she didn't divorce my dad. He left us because he was angry that my mom didn't want to work things out. If she had just worked things out, I would have still had a dad. Part of the reason she was still single till I was 18 because she didn't want strange men to groom me and take advantage of me. She said to think about it. I have thought about this for a long time. I cannot even look at him. His face disgusts me. The last time he touched my arm, I jerked it off. I am fine if I never date again. But I've always had abandonment issues. I think about my children and it makes me want to change my mind. But how can I stay with a man who disgusts me? We will be living like roommates. I need some insight on what's the right thing to do for me and my kids. And that's it.
It's fucked.
Fucked, right? Crazy.
Leave.
That's what I'm saying. Leave. There's gotta be somebody better out there.
Stay. I just love stay with him. He provides and pays the bill. Fuck him.
Right?
Fuck him.
Crazy.
Well, actually, don't fuck him.
No.
Don't leave him. Exactly. Don't fuck him. Leave
Yeah.
him. But no, that's insane.
Yeah,
the
isn't
whole
that crazy?
Divorce is gonna be hard on the kids, yeah, but them.
Imagine them staying together.
That's
and
the
they'll
thing.
think that's
And
okay.
first of all, is setting a bad example for your children, and two, like, the kids know. They know.
Oh yeah.
And
Exactly.
so they'll know that, like, they should not be together.
Well, I wouldn't say they would know. I think they would view it as that's normal. So then, like, cause she has
One
boys,
of them
right?
is 12 years old, so
Is
the
that- it's
oldest
in a
is
boy?
12. So they're old enough to understand what's going on.
I don't know because I mean,
I don't know what
would
you
say-
were like when you were 12, but
I would
fucking
say
When I
24. I'm
was
pretty
12,
stupid.
I don't know.
Well,
I was not that.
I remember a story where this guy literally kept saying that his wife smelled, and she would always shower like. It came to a point where she would like clean herself 24/7, and he would always just say, "You smell," and everyone else is like, "No, you smell like hella clean." Like we don't know why. And then one morning she woke up, and first thing he says, "You smell." And then she like snapped at him. She's like, "All right, what the fuck is going on?" Because I showered, I put fucking She put deodorant and like perfume before she went to bed.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like my dad told me that in order to keep a woman, I have to do that." And he's like, "From what I can remember, he would always tell my mom that she smelled." Basically to like
Keep them in control.
to like downgrade them, make them feel a little like, "Oh, maybe I should say,"
so that they
like,
think that they're not worth, anything. So
And
that they
that-
stay with them.
Exactly. And that sounds so stupid. But that sounds so stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's what he grew up with.
Yeah.
So if this boy grew up and saw his dad cheat or do these things, he would think that is normal until someone tells him this is not normal.
No, yeah.
And
But what I'm saying is that children are perceptive.
They can be.
but they could perceive things differently.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm just saying that not all kids are.
Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying, but I'm saying it is a possibility
Yeah.
that
Definitely.
the kid could get influenced by it. But by doing this, you can like make sure you kind of guarantee. No, I wouldn't say guarantee prevented, but a higher chance of preventing it because you show action of like, no, this is not right. Screw you. We're out. I don't even care if you're providing. Even for the like little girl. I mean, the girls are pretty kind of small. How old?
Let's see.
I know
they
the oldest was
were
12.
Yeah.
9 and 4.
So the 9, 4 maybe would remember this. 9 will for sure remember it.
Yeah.
But then you'll put a good example for your kids either way.
Yeah, definitely.
Of like leaving, like this is not okay.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this.
What
this
really
happened.
gets me is like the excuses, like, all men cheat, so you might as well just stay with him. That is like,
Great mindset.
it's crazy,
Great mindset.
I
Why'd
hate
you
that.
get married?
Why did you get
Why'd you
married?
get married if you already knew that?
right? Like, especially the people that are telling that to her. It's just like, wow, you just love life, don't you?
What did the comments say about this?
Here, let me see.
I don't.
Um,
I know most of them are probably gonna be fucking
toxic as hell.
Yeah, well, especially on that,
Actually, no,
especially on
okay.
that first one. Where it's like, all
Okay.
men
So
cheat.
here's like the highest one. It's like your husband cheated with the teacher of your kids. He cares shit about your kids. How many people at the school, including other parents, know now? The fact that he did that to your kids and has embarrassed them in such a way, even though they might not know personally, is telling enough. You don't shit where you or your kids eat.
Yeah.
Your husband
Yeah.
just did divorce him.
Yeah, god damn,
Yeah,
that is.
that was good.
That was like that saying. No, the comments in the Reddit section, they go off. Like,
Yeah.
some of them are pretty funny too.
Ooh, okay. Somebody was replying to the all men cheat, and they were like, "Bullshit." That's folks typically projecting their own behavior and or / experience. I'm a man, 60 plus, never cheated, never even seriously thought to do so, and can't say I've never had attractive women hit on me.
Yeah, that is why he is saying that's why I don't cheat, man. I don't have attractive women hitting on me.
Yeah.
I gotta stick with the
He's
one.
like, I'm getting all these girls that are hitting on me, but I don't cheat. I mean, good for you.
I got all these girls
64-year-old?
hitting on me, but they're not attractive. That's why I'm not cheating.
Jesus, dude.
I mean, honestly, that's what I kind of get from it. Like, they're not attractive.
Oh yeah.
No attractive woman hits on me.
No attraction hits
That's
on me,
a-
so
that's a
I can't cheat.
I can't.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm too ugly to be
too ugly.
to cheat. Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
God.
good.
That's
is
so
really
funny.
good. All right. Let me. I'll say
You
one.
can do yours and then.
All right. This is on the subreddit of "Am I the asshole?" So this one is, "Am I the asshole for dancing with random men when I have a boyfriend?"
Ooh.
Which right in the title, like, what do you think of that just statement right there?
Well, I don't think you should be dancing with
Random men.
random men on the dance floor, especially if your
Yeah.
partner is there,
Yeah.
and even more, especially if your partner isn't there. Like,
I mean,
you know,
yeah.
maybe there's like an agreement or something that
Maybe.
like you guys.
My
can
thing is like
dance
maybe
and
there's
have
that it's
fun.
that one guy at a party that doesn't go on the dance floor, and
But-
she's just or like that's the only thing that I could see where it'd be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go do this. You can sit here and talk to Steve or whatever.
Talk to
drink,
Steve. But
or like whatever. But like I'm gonna go dance, and if he's like okay, then yeah, or if he's like, or if he could be even worse and be like, no, don't. Because I'm not out there. Are you gonna come out here?
Right,
No,
and then
no.
you're not gonna go out there,
Fuck
and it's
you
just
then.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
whatever.
All right.
You're being boring.
Let's get into it. So
Okay, go.
I am 23 female and my boyfriend is 24 male.
I was gonna be damn, but no.
Damn. We both live in the U.S. state known for its country music and Southern appeal. I am from this state while my boyfriend is not. We've only been dating 4 months, which I don't think is a very long time, but this is the only argument we've had so far. So I want to know if I'm in the wrong. One of my hobbies is swing dancing, which, for those who don't know, is a very popular in Southern U.S. culture, and swing dancing involves two people, usually a man and a woman. I've been dancing for a few years now. I've taken classes, and I would consider myself to be decently good at it. My boyfriend has never danced before, but I've been teaching him the basics. I go to a country bar pretty often, I say once a week, and my boyfriend has accompanied me twice. This bar is very popular, and a lot of experienced dancers come here just to have a few drink stands and have fun. Kind of see where this is going.
Yeah,
I can too.
I can definitely.
Usually men will go around the dance floor and ask women to dance. And as someone who enjoys dancing and is always looking to improve, I always say yes. Ooh, the men who ask me are 90% sweet older men who have danced for years and love teaching new moves. Otherwise, it's guys my age who vary in skill level. I never thought twice about saying yes when I'm asked to dance with someone, even when I started dating my boyfriend. As I just think of it as a hobby, and it's not like I'm making out with a random man on the dance floor. Usually we just exchange casual introductions, dance to a song or two, then never interact the rest of the night. Anyways, The problem started when I went to this bar with a couple of my girlfriends and my boyfriend was working. I was asked to dance a few times, and during one of these times, one of my friends took a video of me dancing with an older gentleman, 50s maybe, and sent it to my boyfriend with a caption like, "Watch out, he's coming for your girl."
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny, and I watched the video before my friend sent it. He did not find it funny, and he asked if I dance with other men often, and I told him the truth. I paraphrase version of above. So basically, she told him like, "Yeah, this is my hobby.
Yeah.
This is what I do." And let's see, he got pissed at me and told me that as a taken woman, I should not be dancing with any other guy, even if they're like 30 years older than me. He just said it was a respect thing, and other men could get the wrong impression. Obviously, if someone were to try to make any moves, I would stop them and tell them I had a boyfriend. But this has never happened, as I don't take conversation with them further than casual talk. I do really love my boyfriend. We have a great relationship, and he has never made any other comments like this before. So I'm wondering if this is just a boundary of his that I'm crossing without thinking about it fully. Am I the asshole? And then let's see. My boyfriend doesn't like the fact that I practice dancing with other men at a country dance bar, even if the interaction was completely casual. I find nothing wrong with it, and just think that as practicing my hobby, is she the asshole?
No. And if he has a problem with it, get better at dancing.
No, the problem is he's not there. He was at work.
Yeah, but
So,
like still, like
Get better at dance.
you know, but like he was there a couple of times.
Twice, yeah.
You know, I'm assuming that either she was dancing with him and guys still went up to her and she said yes.
Started when I went to a bar. So I don't know. She didn't like.
She didn't say that
specify
specifically.
She didn't specify that they would go.
I don't think she's the asshole at all because like I don't know, especially swing dancing, it's very different than like grinding on somebody at the club.
It's got
like,
class. You got old.
It's a little bit more classy, guys.
You got old men. They can't do that anymore.
No.
They gotta do other stuff.
I don't know. Do you think she's the asshole?
No, I didn't know how it was gonna be. It could either be, but no, if from what he's saying is like what happened was one time, but dancing to her is a hobby.
Right.
So it's different.
It's not that serious, I feel like.
No, it's not. And
I
it's
feel like
also,
he's just like a bit insecure.
Well, that's why when he was like, "Oh yeah, like she's done this like a bunch of times, like she's pretty decent," and she goes to a club, and he's only been there twice. I was like, I already see where this is going, because you never want to just go out with someone who's got experience to a place that where like everybody's fucking experienced, and it's like, all right, cool, show me, and it's just like, now I'm good. I'll sit this one out. I'm gonna talk to Steve over here for a couple hours. You can.
In my perspective, I would say she's the asshole.
Really?
Just because of my culture. Because with Hispanic culture, it's like we love to dance.
Right.
With our partners, it's in a way the way we show love. Like that's like our passion. We love to dance. And when we're dancing with our partner, it's a very like deep connection. It feels freaking amazing. So I could see why in a certain way I could see how he could get mad. Now I'm becoming
angry
angel
over here.
Yeah.
He's feeling the passion.
I mean, I'm assuming this guy's also American. I'm assuming she's American too. And I know with swing dancing, that is normal. So I feel like it's something that they need to communicate about. I mean, I feel like he should have known this. She does.
Right. Like, I feel like it's a pretty big part of her personality to be going to this bar at least once a week, going to dance.
They've only been dating for 4 months.
Right. Yeah. But he should know this by now.
Yeah. If she shared it, really. But
she's
also
going out to a bar
I was gonna say,
every week.
You gotta,
at least once a week.
You have to share that with your partner. Where are you going every Tuesday? Don't worry about it.
Right?
Fuck you. No, she definitely told him.
She definitely told him.
Especially because he's been there twice.
So
he knows.
So yeah. So like I said, in my perspective, she is kind of an asshole. I'm not saying she's like a terrible person. just because of my cultural standpoint. I could see where this guy's kind of coming from. I wouldn't like if my significant other went to a club and started dancing with someone, just because I do know how Hispanic. You've seen how Hispanic dances are. They're pretty intimate. They could be pretty
Right,
intimate.
yeah, but
And
that's not swing dancing.
no, no, I'm not, like I'm saying, in my perspective, just because of my culture, I could see the guy's point of view.
Okay, so but would it be different if it was swing dancing rather than like the Hispanic dancing that you do at your parties?
Well, like I said, it's just communication at that point. Like they just need to communicate. She needs to communicate. Like, hey, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not trying to disrespect.
She did tell him, and then he was still mad.
Well, she told him after he found out. Like he's like, wait, are you like just how many men did you dance with? So by him saying that, it sounds like there's either two things. One, he's being an asshole. Like one, she's like, I told you this. I like dancing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be dancing with other men. Or two, he had no idea that she was dancing with other men.
I just really don't think it's the second one because like there's just no way that he didn't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're going, I mean, I doubt she's going alone. So maybe he's thinking
I think she would go alone. It's her hobby. She sounds very passionate about it.
No, but
like, I figured she loves it, you know?
I figured it would like at least maybe with him, I mean, unless she didn't say anything, if she was going out with like people like with her friends or whatever who like do this with her, I don't know. I just couldn't imagine somebody like going to a club like that alone and just being like, okay, cool, who am I dancing with tonight?
Yeah.
Like that's
well, like I said, it's her passion. So if it's her hobby, she might just go there like even without friends. She's like, I don't care. I love to dance.
Yeah.
I mean, and
who knows?
And it's not like she's dancing with her girlfriends. She's dancing with. I mean, you could line dance with your girlfriends, but
I mean, you can swing dance with
anybody.
Anybody, really.
And actually, that's actually a good statement. Like, would have been, I think he would have been okay with it if he was dancing with like her girlfriends rather than other men.
That's why I think she didn't say anything or just was like, it doesn't matter. But I guess to him it.
Right.
Repeat, assuming. In this story, she didn't state that they communicated this before or whatever. These are all assumptions at this point.
But I think that's gotta be what he was upset with. Oh, you're gonna go out and you're gonna dance. Okay, cool. I'll see you like fucking tomorrow or whatever. And then someone sends a video of like her dancing with a dude and like sure, like I mean I could see how that
would rub him the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be like
but if this was already communicated, then
yes, it's his problem.
With the information that I received from the story, and with like knowing like this is American culture, I would say she's not the asshole. Like the reason I say I could see why she could be an asshole is through like Latin culture, like in the Latin community. If she was a Latin woman, she would be viewed as an asshole because, like I said, those dances are more intimate.
Right.
Now, there's also certain dances that are kind of similar to swing dancing. They're literally just launching their partner around, twirling them around, like it's not really that close. Like they're not on each other's body or whatever. Some could dance like that, but yeah, and I honestly wouldn't mind if my significant other like did those type of dances. If she was that well experienced, I'll be like, yeah, go nuts. I mean, I would try to learn myself, obviously, but if I can't like completely get it down,
gotta keep up with your woman.
Gotta keep up, yeah. But yeah, with the information that was just provided there, I would say she is not the asshole.
I feel like it's just a lack of communication. But I feel like she was just like, oh, it's not a big deal. But because he was assuming something else, maybe, hopefully, and it just went from like a 0 to like, I don't think we're at a solid 10 yet, but I feel like they're at like a 6 or a 7 on like the problematic scale. But no, I mean that can just be like
the official like Reddit community deemed her not the asshole.
Right.
Right. Which
I would hope so.
Yeah. Like I said, either it's one of two things. I feel like it's hopefully this has been cleared up and they're together still, or if not, then like, sorry, dude.
Well, then they weren't meant to be together.
No, and she's gonna dance her fucking ass off, and there's nothing you can do about it.
She did like commented to some of the people's comments, and she did mention that like the boyfriend has never danced before, period, and that he's usually not the clubbing type. And she's like, but I think he just doesn't understand the difference between club dancing and swing dancing. In my opinion, there is a huge difference in the sexual flirty aspects of both types. Also, when I try and teach him swing dancing, we're more flirty and hands-on with each other because, we're dating. But he doesn't get that, and it can be very casual dance. And my friend put the caption, me dancing with a 50-year-old gentleman whose wife, I believe, was there. And I even watched the video. And she thought it was just a funny joke. Like, he's in the 50s. I'm in my 20s. Like, he shouldn't think, like, this is competition. Like, come on.
Right.
Guy's 30 years old.
That's why I just feel like I just get insecure vibes from this guy.
I feel that.
Because he can't dance.
You can't dance. Sorry, man. Got to start somewhere. He'll do better.
Yeah, some people are just saying, just communicate that. And if it's not communicated, then kind of you're the asshole. Like, you should have communicated, this is what you do, this is your passion. And if he was okay with it, then yeah. And if he's not okay with it, then either you find someone else or, like, because, I mean, this is her passion. She shouldn't, like, give away. They're not saying, like, to give up her passion, but to communicate that.
Yeah, talk a little bit more. But yeah.
But yeah, themed, not the asshole. Woo!
All right.
Rogan.
Yes, we're going to go full circle.
All right. Now, disclaimer. This is not am I the asshole? This is, so I looked up because I wanted something interesting, and I told Junior this a little earlier. So I looked up, I went on what did I do? I did ghost stories on Reddit because because I was like, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, and I was like, ghost stories. I heard this and I was like, fuck, I should have done something different. But this has to do with a guy in the story. His name is John. And John, have you ever, like sleep paralysis demons and like stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh God,
it's one of these. Sorry. Because I have something to kind of tie into this because it happened to me once.
It happened to you?
Many years ago.
Oh, jeez.
So this guy, I guess his aunt had like passed away like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And he was like, and whenever someone dies, or at least in my family, like everybody is like on super fucking edge and everything. And any like little noise or anything, like you assume you're like, oh, that's whoever or whatever. And like
my grandma.
Yeah. And like, I've done that. Like my parents have done that. My brother, my whole family actually, but, his aunt passed away and he was in his apartment. He was in a college dorm and his roommate was out for the night. And he said the lights were fucking like flickering and shit. Everything was like banging and booming. It was like Paranormal Activity movie, which is how he describes it. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, it stopped. And he's like, I thought it was somebody upstairs throwing a fucking party. And then, because he thought he heard music, and it turns out it was the room that was directly above and to the right that had the party.
Okay.
So he has no idea what the fuck shook the room that night. But he went to sleep, and he woke up, sleep paralysis, so his eyes are up, and he said that his door to his dorm opened up, and it was his aunt, and she had shut the door, and she had walked to his bed, sat down, stared him down, like got up, and he was like sitting there freaking the fuck out. He's like, what the fuck is it? Why can't I move? Why? And he knew what it was, and he's like, okay, it's my aunt, nothing should be happening. So he gets up, he's like, oh, thank God, she's finally leaving. And then she got up from the edge of his bed and started walking around to where his head was, and he's like, fuck. And she said something like don't worry. And then he goes, in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm pretty fucking worried right now. And then she's like, and then she touched him, and he's like sitting there, he's like, oh God, like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like he is terrified. And then she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, don't be afraid. Like, I just wanted to say like goodbye or everything and all this other stuff. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, cool. And then he couldn't say anything. And he's just kind of like there. And he's like, damn, I really wanted to like get like the actual opportunity to like say goodbye because he was in college, and he didn't say what she had died from, but he wasn't able to go see her. So he's like, I wish I could like say goodbye or whatever. And he's like, and the next thing I know, he's like, I like blinked and he's like, I shot up out of bed. Everything in the room was like the exact same. It was like 1 a.m. He's like drenched in like sweat. And then he like, I guess he sat up and his roommate had like come back in. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, and he told him what happened. And then his roommate was at the party that was directly above and to the right. And he goes, did you guys make like some fucking noise or whatever? Like, I don't know, like an hour ago? And he goes, no. He's like, it was a pretty like mellow party, like pretty fucking like quiet, kind of lame. That's why I'm here. I left because it was boring. And he's like, so he told him like the whole spiel, and he goes, no, that's crazy. And like he called his dad, and he's like, hey, he's like, I think I just saw, my aunt. And he's like, oh, that's crazy, because I guess the whole family for like the past like week, like someone like every night saw her, like in the family.
Interesting.
Because I guess like his mom saw her the night before, and his dad saw her like the night before. Like it was everybody in the family saw her at night around like 1 a.m. and had like a similar story.
That is creepy.
So yeah. I thought that was pretty cool, because my whole experience with that is when my grandma died, I kept seeing a bunch of black shadows or like just black outlines of my grandma. And the only reason I knew it was my grandma is because she had this stupid fucking beehive haircut. If you just look up the beehive haircut, you will know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I remember like she died, and like a week later it was like the middle school like dance or whatever. So I'm in the bathroom because I had acne like a motherfucker, and I was like, all right, how many of these things can I fucking get rid of before the dance? And she's like in my like hallway to the bathroom. You guys have been in my house. And I'm just like, oh shit, what's up, Grandma? And I was like, wait a minute, we fucking cremated your ass. Jeez. Like, what are you doing here? So I fucking bolt out the house, and like I did not go in my house for like at least alone. And my dad pulls in the driveway and he goes, what's up? I said, I just saw your mom like 2 minutes ago. My dad loves that stuff. He's like, no fucking way. So he's running the house. He's like looking around. He's looking.
Trying to find her.
And I told her about that. And then he had called my aunt and my cousin, and they had seen her recently, but more so like with this guy, like sleep paralysis, at like the edge of the bed.
I've never had sleep paralysis before.
Same.
But then
I don't want to.
Me neither.
But it's pretty trippy. But with the sleep paralysis thing, I woke up and she was at this point I'd only been used to seeing like shadows or like really like quick like outlines or whatever. With this, she came in my room, she had opened my door, and she had like walked up to me, and I was like, same thing as him. I'm like, what the fuck? Did
she go, whoa?
No,
no. Imagine she, oh my God. Whoa.
You can't move.
But
yeah, no, she had.
You know who else is dead? My mom.
But she comes in, and she just walks up to me, and she sat on the bed, and she put her like grabbed my hand and everything, and she didn't
try to kidnap you.
She didn't speak, and I was just
She's
like
trying to pull you to the other side.
I guess, and I was just like, whatever.
Come here.
So she just kind of like grabbed my hand, and I'm just like,
help,
because I can't do anything. So and then she patted my hand, and then she like left, and she went through the door, didn't open the door, went through the door, and I was just like, okay. And then I could obviously tell something was up, because after she did that, I just went, okay. And then I literally rolled back over and went to bed. And then I woke up, and it was 5 hours later, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I've had that like, it was really weird, like just not moving or being so scared I just can't move. I'm just like, this is. But yeah, no, I told my dad that, and he's like, why don't I have any dreams like that? He is the only person in my entire family that didn't see her. My mom saw her. My other grandma saw her. My brother says, after everybody had told their stories, he's like, I saw grandma. My dad goes, you're a fucking liar. Be quiet.
Be quiet. I mean, when she was alive, did they have like a good relationship? Because that could also be it.
Kinda not. I know after she had like died and everything, she left a lot of problems for my fucking grandpa and my dad. So my dad was like always like, I can't wait to see her, because he just wanted to fucking yell at her.
Well,
like, and
she probably knew that.
Yeah,
she probably sensed that like negative energy.
Yeah,
right?
so he was the one person she didn't talk to, and then we think because my brother, because I was like 11 or 12 when she died, and so Sandra was like 5 or 6. So my dad's like, maybe it's not a good idea that she visits you yet, because he was still pretty young. Because I'm fucking running out the house scared shitless, and I'm 12, and my dad's like, maybe don't visit Sandra. But there was always I forget, there was always something like the pantry door or something, I think, up north would always like swing open, and we always said that the house was like haunted or whatever. My dad shut it, put his hand on it, and he stared at it, and he goes, come on, Mom, move the pantry door. The one time didn't fucking move. And my mom's sitting there, and then sure as shit, my dad walked away, that fucker swung right open, and my mom's like, she does not want to see you.
That's funny.
But no, my mom said she saw her up north. She was, what did she say? She was levitating over the futons.
Oh.
You know, the futon I
Great.
sleep in?
Yeah.
Oh,
That, but just fucking, and me and Sandra are sleeping there, and she's like, she said she had rolled over and just saw her clear as fucking day, and my mom said she fucking, she didn't scream. She, same thing as me, she just fell back asleep, woke up, and then actually woke up and freaked the fuck out.
yeah. Then your other grandma saw her in like a rocking chair.
Oh yeah, same rocket. Well, I call it Paul's favorite chair now, because you're like the only one that sits in that chair. But yeah, she laid in the futon that my mom said that she saw her over us. But yeah, in that rocking chair, she saw her. She had like a robe. She had like a red robe with like a white stripe down the middle. And both my grandmas, like, they got along when they were younger, not so much when they were older. And she got that robe like maybe a couple years before she died.
But she wouldn't she wear it like
only
at the lake house?
only up there, and it was in the closet. And my other grandma's like, oh yeah, I saw her. She was wearing a robe. She was just sitting there, just staring at the kids, meaning me and my brother. And my dad's like, robe? Can you describe the robe? And she goes, it was a red robe with a white stripe. And he goes in the closet and he goes, this fucking thing? And she didn't know that it was in there.
Yeah.
He's like, this one? And she's like, that's what I saw her in. And then my dad was like, okay, something's going on. Because if she knows that, Brogan said he's seen her, my fucking wife said that he's seen her, my sister, my niece, my brother, everybody in the family, other than him or I think Sandra, are the only two people that didn't see her.
It became more, I think, like, I mean, after like that, how can you like refuse? You know, it's like she's describing something that she did like they had it.
They had it. It was in the house, but it was in a part of the house that she doesn't go in.
So it's not. Plus, I mean, I don't know. Your mom's mom could be that much of a bitch, I guess, and just looked at him like, I'm gonna tell this story and fuck with everyone.
Oh my God.
I mean, that would be pretty fucking
like, I'm gonna fuck with everyone.
She wasn't. She wasn't that crazy. This is only like, if I was 12. So this is a decade. I mean, she still had her wits about her. She had her wits about her about a decade ago.
But that's crazy. I mean, to hear something like that, I would be like, well, like, that would confirm ghosts do exist.
Well, that was the thing. Like, growing up, my dad and I would like watch Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, and stuff like that. So I
loved Ghost Adventures.
So I love that shit, and then like I kept watching it, and I was like, this is bullshit. I've seen crazier shit in my own life than this show has showed me. So I'm just like, whatever,
it's bullshit.
And then like,
little honky.
Yeah, but I'm just like, whatever. And then all this happened, and I was like, I mean, I already believed before, but now it's just more. And then like I thought about it, and I was like, maybe I'm just crazy. But then everybody around, and then like, you know, it just could be mass hysteria or whatever.
Mass
The-
hysteria.
who knows? But I just my grandma specifically being able to like describe in detail that robe is the one where I'm like, maybe I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
Maybe
that would do
I
it.
didn't make it up.
Maybe I did see something.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. All right, Michaela, what we got next for us? Take it out of this spooky.
Okay, so I love this side of Reddit. I watch this one YouTuber, and he like tells Reddit stories, and I just love listening to it in the background. But my favorite ones are always the ones about weddings, because it's always so crazy. It's always like you know,
Over the top.
over the top. Just
quick question before we do anything here.
Yeah.
Is it wedding season or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Summer, spring, summer, fall.
Okay. I'm
Especially around this time.
okay, because I'm only asking because my coworker is going to a wedding, and like a few other people are like also having a wedding. Like we also know somebody who's like going to be throwing a wedding pretty soon. Like everybody's got like a wedding, and I'm just like, damn.
Springtime.
Springtime.
And I'm like,
Springtime wedding.
because I didn't know. I'm like, I figured it'd be like later when we get like a little bit warmer.
right, I would wait. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, damn, everybody's got a
It's
wedding
not
to
too
go to.
cold.
Everybody's got some. I mean, we're hitting like I think today was what 60 something, 67. We got up
Well, this
there.
whole week is gonna be like in the 60s.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm okay
let's
with that.
let's hear this
Okay.
wedding story.
Okay. So, am I the asshole for refusing to throw my brother's fiance's a bridal shower?
Ooh.
Okay. Wedding season brings out the absolute worst in people, so here we go. My brother Jay is marrying his fiancée Debbie in July. Debbie asked both me and my sister Christina to be bridesmaids, and we both turned it down. Okay. A couple weeks ago, Debbie contacted me and Christina and demanded we throw her a bridal shower. Though this was more directed at me as Christina is currently in university, her reasoning was that it was the least we could do after we said no to being bridesmaids and didn't have any costs and haven't contributed to the wedding yet. I told Christina I would handle it since she is very conflict averse. And I sent Debbie back a polite text saying that we will not be planning, hosting, or attending any such shower. Damn. Debbie got very angry and implied that she would try to uninvite us from the wedding. I don't think I'm in the wrong for thinking that this is something the maid of honor usually does for the bride, so I'm curious why this evening came close to landing on our plate in the first place. Yeah, okay. Jay asked both me and Christina to reconsider and even said that he would pay for it if we just pretend we did, and I said absolutely not. And Christina can't really plan it all on her own. Jay is now getting more pressured from Debbie to react to this in the same way. I guess she wants us uninvited or to have some kind of consequence for us not helping. This has caused a bit of family drama. Jay's mother, not my mother, has used this as an excuse to lay into him about Debbie, whom she dislikes. Ooh. Jay's dad and the best man are giving him shit for letting her treat us this way, and Jay is digging in his heels because he feels like we're all ganging up on him. He accused me of pretty much ruining the whole wedding planning experience and thinking that he won't end up with a lot of his family there if this goes on. I don't think I'm in the wrong for not wanting to do the shower, am I? And then here's an edit. She said, we said no to being bridesmaids because we are busy. Christina is a full-time student in a different city. I have a startup to run and the construction of a house to oversee. Neither of us had the time for dress fittings, her bachelorette trip, all of the, oh my God, I can't say this word, I don't know how to say it, and lunches. Christina has a significant age gap with Debbie, and she is a shy person, and she wouldn't have wanted to do it without me since she doesn't know anybody else. From my side, I don't have the bandwidth, and even if I did, being a bridesmaid isn't fun unless you're close with the bride. But the overwhelming reason we said no is because we couldn't dedicate time to it and thought it was best to leave the position to somebody who wanted to do it and would have felt honored. Debbie picked 2 other bridesmaids. Yeah.
I actually agree. It should be the maid of honor to do these
Right?
things.
Exactly. I mean, unless the maid of honor is like
a bitch,
you want to like help me just a little bit, but that's kind of.
Okay, so I was the maid of honor for my cousin's wedding, and Hannah didn't want like a whole bunch of things. She's a very like sort of chill person, and weddings are extremely expensive. And so, but I know in other cultures it is really up to the guy's family to be planning and all of these sorts of things, and for the family to be planning things for the bride, even if you're not like the maid of honor and everything like that. So it kind of depends on the culture, but if they're just a typical white American family, then they don't have any obligation to be doing any of this for her.
And it also, like, I mean, depends on how old is the bridesmaid, like the maid of honor?
I have no idea. It didn't say.
I mean, I also think it's like considerable around age because, like your cousin, she did marry kind of early. Like, how old is she when she got married?
When she got married, I think 23.
Like, yeah, that's.
I don't know why I thought she was younger than you.
No. She's a year older than me.
Okay.
So, like, right there, I mean, in our generation, that's pretty young to get married.
Yeah.
And your maid of honor is likely going to be someone that's going to be either close to your age like, let's be honest here, around this time, we ain't, like, wealthy like that to plan a whole, like, trip. Let's go to Las Vegas and go crazy.
Like, I mean, my bachelorette party was barely anything. We went to, like, a tea service place. We got all dressed up. It was really cute, but that was it.
So, so yeah, I also think it depends. Like, I would say that she would be, like, the bride would be in the wrong for expecting something so extravagant, depending on, like, where everyone financially is, you know? It's like...
Right? Like, especially because it seems like the girl, like, who's, like, the main... character.
Oh my god.
Main character energy.
The main character in this story, it seems like she has a startup that's going on and she's dealing with like construction on her house, which is a very big type of project and can be very stressful. So
Fuck your wedding, I got my
on
own
a bridal shower is crazy because, you know, that weddings, people get crazy about weddings. And I will probably be like this when it's my time. But, you know, it's very special to people.
I know.
And if it's not right, then, you know.
My wedding's ruined. Why am I even getting married? Right. All men cheat.
All men cheat. All men,
anyway.
How dare they?
How dare they? So, yeah, I think it's a bit ridiculous to put on so much pressure on a person and they might not even be friends like that, you know? No. And it doesn't seem like they are. So weird, very weird.
That is very strange.
Yeah.
She sounds complicated.
She sounds complicated.
She sounds complicated.
I do feel bad for the brother. I kind of see where the brother is kind of getting at because it seems like his whole entire family is basically telling him not to marry this person. So I could see on his side how that could be a bit overwhelming, and then him trying to feel like he needs to stick up for his woman.
Yeah.
Even though she's in the wrong.
I mean, kudos to him for, like, I guess supporting her, like having her back. Like, my wife might be a bitch, but
she's my wife.
Yeah, we're gonna be bitches together.
My wife. We gotta be bitches together.
I mean, if he, I don't know. Because then it's like, I could just see, like, it backfiring where, like...
I know.
Like, the guy could be like, you're overreacting, and the wife's like, then you're like, you don't have my back. This is supposed to be a marriage.
Even I'm going to divorce you and take...
Actually, that begs the question. Even if your significant other is being ridiculous, should you have their back or call them out on their shit?
I would call them out in private.
Gotcha. Quit being a bridezilla.
Public, like that, I don't know. I would be like, you know, like let me stick up for them, you know.
Really
but in private, you know, have like a real conversation. Be like, hey, you know, this is where I'm kind of feeling, you know, like let's work this out and try to make, you know, things happen. Yeah.
Yeah, better to handle that in private than
not out in front of everybody, bro. No.
Jerry.
Gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta
On
do
the
it.
Springer
Sometimes you
Show.
really gotta kick their ego in.
Yeah. I mean, I would say
I'm not saying this about just her. I'm talking about everybody.
I would
All
say
right, Brogan.
Sometimes.
I would say the only time I would say like it is acceptable to call your significant other out in public is once you try to have this talk in private and she is childish and doesn't want to either confront it or just say screw you, then you're like, all right then. If you're not going to listen to me, the world is TV. The world is now in on this.
I'm gonna tell your mom.
Right.
I'm gonna tell your
Oh
mom.
my God. I'm gonna tell your mom. I'm gonna tell on you.
You're gonna get grounded. She's gonna take away your phone. You're grounded. You can't.
You're losing phone privileges. That you're not living with me. Your mom's gonna take your phone privileges away.
God.
Can't ground someone that's.
I mean,
I'm gonna hold you hostage.
I'll hold you hostage.
Bro.
That's your.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna get you fired from your own job. Oh, imagine. That'd be so petty. I want to see it happen.
You want to act like a child? I'm gonna be petty.
Absolutely
All right.
could.
Get you fired.
Here is another. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God.
Am I the asshole for starving and poisoning my friend's kids? Now,
Jesus.
now,
okay.
granted, it is in quotation. The starving and poisoning is in like, for supposedly.
I think we found the asshole.
All right. I, 24 female, have been a vegetarian for 10 years, and I find that Indian food has some of the best vegetarian dishes. So that is what my diet mostly consists of. Although I do love cooking vegetarian food from different cuisines as well. So, for the past month or so, after my friend, 36 female, started a new job, I have been looking after her kids, 6-year-old male, 7-year-old male, and 9-year-old male. Damn, that's 3 boys. From 11:30 to 4. So 11:30 in the morning to 4 p.m., I'm assuming. I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah, Monday through Friday. Wow. As she works from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And her husband, 42 male, from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And they can't afford childcare. I don't take any money from them for this is as I know they both work minimum wage jobs and do struggle. So I'm happy with
They both work minimum wage jobs and have 3 kids.
yeah.
Don't have kids.
And do struggle. So I'm happy to help out where I can. Oh my God, she's already sounds very sweet.
Right?
Like doing this for no money.
Never.
No.
Never. I would never do that. No.
You gotta pay me. During the time the kids are with me, they have lunch and a snack. Since I'm cooking for everyone, it's usually Indian and vegetarian. Although I do tone down the spices for lunch since they are kids. And for a snack, I give them fruits, chips, sandwiches with juice/milk. The kids love the food and always leave a clean plate. And the older one usually goes in for seconds as well. Okay, so they're loving the food.
He's a growing boy.
I have had no issues so far. Well, yesterday my friend came over to my house and started berating me for starving her children and poisoning them by not feeding them normal food with meat in it. Oh my God. She demanded that I start cooking them proper food with meat, only using salt, pepper, and garlic. Or she would call Child Protective Services on me for child abuse and neglect.
That's fucking crazy.
Christ.
Apparently her kids
And
now
racist.
don't want to eat the
Racist?
food. Well, it's Indian cuisine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So apparently her kids now don't want to eat the food she and her husband cook and say that it's bland and keep asking for my food and that it's all my fault. I refused and told my friend that I will no longer be able to watch her children, and now she's even angrier with me. And both her and her husband are calling me an asshole and saying they don't have any other childcare options. It's not a question of being able to afford the meat, as I work from a home as a software developer. Oh yeah, she makes bank.
Make money.
Yeah. And I have a lot of free time throughout the day as well. But the food I cook has plenty of protein, carbs, and fats, and all other macros. And the children have never asked for meat either. am I the asshole? And should I just buy meat and let the kids make like ham and cheese sandwiches for lunch? I feel guilty that they will struggle to pay for childcare if I don't take care of the kids. Adding this, since I'm being asked this question a lot, the kids are not in regular school during that time. Their parents took them out a few months ago due to COVID cases still being high. And it being impossible to have kids social distancing. That is true. They're being homeschooled is what I've been told. This happened 2 years ago. So yeah, this is when like...
Okay.
So, okay.
That is crazy.
I'm like concerned for this family.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we have 2 parents working minimum wage jobs. They have 3 kids. Their
Especially
kids are
2
now
years
being
ago.
homeschooled, but when are they being homeschooled? Like, if she's watching the kids during the day, are they homeschooling their children at night? Like, what?
Somebody not
What
getting
is the
their
situation here?
education.
Because it is not adding up. Make it make sense.
I also want to know where she found this friend, because she
Sounds like a bitch.
No, she's 24 years old, and the mother is 36. That is a 12-year difference. And she's a software developer, and sounds like she doesn't struggle. She's like, I could buy like food. She doesn't ask for the money, so it's not like
Right, it's not like she needs.
So she's making good money.
I'll buy the meat.
So they can't be working in the same job, because obviously if they were, then it would. So I'm just over here like, where
making
do they
minimum
meet?
wage. Imagine.
I don't know.
Redditors have deemed her not the asshole, which I agree.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so weird.
And even if the kids had a problem, you could just be like, hey, just give them a little bit more food. If they're like,
no,
well,
so
but like they're not hungry. They're not complaining. They're eating the food. The oldest one is going for seconds. Like, obviously they like the food. Then they're telling their parents that, hey, you need to start making food like our nanny does for us. And
something's not.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I think the parents feel insecure about their own abilities.
Congratulations.
Well,
you should.
I mean, to me, I mean, it's not even so much as sounding insecure. It sounds like they don't want to put in the effort to make it more. She literally stated to like make meat with only salt, pepper, and garlic. No other spices besides those.
Sounds like somebody who
and she is saying like starving her kids. The problem isn't that the kids are like, we're still hungry. No. The problem is you do not want to eat the food the mom's making because it's bland. It's because they had this exotic food that they have not complete. Yeah, exotic food.
Some kids don't eat Indian. They eat like McDonald's.
If these parents are white parents, I mean, they're already said to not poison their children.
That is so crazy.
White.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Salt, pepper, and garlic. That's your.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take the hit.
Is this person Indian themselves?
They didn't specify. I was looking at that. I'm assuming if she said Indian, what does she?
Indian vegetarian, right? Or that's
she
that's
just
what she
enjoys
eats.
Indian
She just
cuisine.
enjoys Indian cuisine.
So if I'm assuming,
so I guess she could not be.
I don't think she's Indian, because I think she would stay like, I enjoy my cuisine. For you guys asking, it's
my culture.
But she just said Indian cuisine, calling it. I mean, she could be Indian. Who knows? Actually,
I just like to picture white people. It's funnier if it's white people.
I mean,
because then the one has really good taste, and the others just.
I gotta give her props though, because she's not like. We're the only ones bringing race into this. She didn't bring in she didn't say if they're white or anything like this. So we do not know we're just assuming they're American.
I'm just assuming that it's a white.
Like I said,
couple.
I'll take the hit because I heard all those spices.
Right? Spices.
Like, poisoning my children.
Pepper. Too much.
Turmeric.
No. Pepper is where they draw the line. Garlic.
Garlic.
It really is.
Garlic is really out there, guys.
You gotta be a different kind of white to enjoy garlic.
I want you to make meat for my kids. Only salt, pepper, and garlic. None of that other spices.
That's such white trash.
Ginger.
Ginger.
Oh my god, never.
Don't bring that in my
Don't
house.
bring that.
That's $5.
Poison.
I couldn't afford that. That's what I'm hearing. God, that just makes me sound
I mean, okay.
douche.
If she really has a problem with it, like, fine, I guess. I mean, it's not her kids, like the 24-year-old kids. So,
Yeah.
but the mom should buy the ingredients, and if you want your kids to eat this
100%.
specific food,
then
then
you should be
provide it
buying
and be
it.
like, could you please make this for my kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, if my grandparents or, like, my aunts or uncles ever came over, my parents would be like, hey, they're going to ask you for this. Don't give in. Give them this instead. Like,
Please don't give my children diabetes. I'm telling you, it's
Like-
probably junk food.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's my dad's like, don't fucking.
My
give them
grandma
a
would
muffin.
give me cookies every time I'd come over. Every time.
I would eat, if my grandma would eat, my great grandma, I would eat ramen.
Oh yeah, I forget your great grandma's the age of my fucking grandfather.
Yeah, yeah.
My,
she would-
wait, what?
Your great grandma, her birthday, right? How old is she?
I think now she's
79, right?
Yeah.
Almost, not even 80. My grandma is almost 90.
How old is your great grand? Is
my
your great
great-grandma?
grandparents? Yeah.
My great grandma is
She's alive?
gone.
Oh, okay, I was like, oh my
No,
god.
she died. From
So
I love
none
your,
of your-
I love your
none of-
great grandma, but like,
None of your great relatives are alive?
No.
Oh, mine. My great grandma and great grandpa from my mom's side are still alive.
younger than my
Dad.
All right,
grandpa.
teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
Woo!
There's no joke. There's no joke here.
There's no
It's fact.
joke. It's
That's a
fact.
fact.
That is crazy to even go as far as to call child protective services.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
When they would literally be the ones who would be in the fault
Because they're not the ones doing it.
they're the ones
being
who are
negligent.
neglecting their own kids.
Yes.
Fun fact.
Oh god.
My dad actually got child protective services called on.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I've
So
never heard
we
this.
When? How? Why?
so my
When?
kind of recent. So recent-ish. So I think it was like maybe
They're not a child
I
anymore.
was just saying,
No,
either you
it
or
wasn't
your
because
sister.
of any of it wasn't any of like his actual kids. It was my
Oh, one of
aunt's
the
kids.
So,
cousin. And he's like so we kind of blame this on the dad. The dad likes to play with him like really rough. Like he will throw punches at his own kid. Like they will
Yikes.
fight.
I
Okay.
think I know which one you're talking about. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say anything.
Yeah, not gonna say names, but
I
so
think I've seen it.
so yeah, he likes to be very rough with him. So that's how he knows how to play. He's like, oh, this is how you play. You play rough. So he would play with my dad would like to just play with him because it's his nephew, like, yeah,
Right.
and he would my dad had fake handcuffs and he like put them on and, he's laughing and we're laughing at him and he's, just, playing like, they're just, and my dad had like a Nerf gun that shot rubber bullet, like rubber little
Oh
balls.
my god.
And
I
he
see
would,
this.
and he would shoot him at him, and he would laugh, and he's like, "Oh, my turn," and they'll switch, and they were just playing around. It was all
Yeah.
playing around. But I guess when he went to, I think he's in therapy, or on his student it was in school, and I
Yeah,
think he was talking to one of the special teachers or whatever, and he was
He
telling
brought it up.
how I went to my uncle's, he tied me up, I think the way he worded it, yeah.
Yeah.
So the way he worded it, they kind of got they're like, huh. So my aunt went to go pick him up, and then they're like, oh yeah, your son was saying this and this happened, and she's like, oh yeah, she showed her they recorded it, showed him the video, yeah, we were just playing around, everybody's there laughing, we weren't torturing the kid,
Yeah.
we're just messing with him, and yeah, and she's like, oh, okay, she's like, I see that, but due to our policy,
Yeah, they have to report it.
we have to
Yeah.
contact Child Protective Service. So, and she's like, really? And she's like, yeah. So they contacted, and
I mean, better to
Better be
report-
safe than
I mean,
sorry.
and I
Well, yeah,
I am
yeah.
perfectly okay with that. But I totally see. The next time I come to your house, I'll bring handcuffs and a Nerf gun.
so
Johnny?
so pretty much they came to do interview my aunt and see how where he's living to see if it's okay.
Mhm.
And I guess they were I think my aunt probably showed her the video and explained everything, and everything went away went pretty much good. They didn't came to talk to my dad. They did they did tell my aunt to let my dad know like
what was going
hey,
on.
yeah, like hey,
Yeah,
like
okay.
we might go interview you and like interview your like check out your house to see
Yeah.
if it's safe, but it's a maybe. We're just taking this step by
A
step.
precautionary step. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
obviously, I guess they were okay with my aunt because they're like, you know what, like they didn't go and they didn't come to our house. They didn't talk to my dad or whatever. They just sent him a letter saying, hey, with everything, like we don't see that like anything was going on. But I think they will keep the case open for 2 to 5 years.
It's just in case if something else happens.
Yeah. So after my dad read that, he's like, that kid is not stepping in this house for for whatever this case is open.
Because then 6 years.
Because then he's like, if you don't want this case open, you could send a rebuttal and explain your side of this story and like try to get it just closed. My dad's like, no, like, I mean,
too much work.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, there's no point. He's like, I'm like, it's not like these are strangers.
Right.
No.
So he's like, there's no point. Why am I gonna like make this even a bigger deal? Because if I try to push it, I mean, they could view that like they could view it as like, why is he trying to push this so hard?
Yep.
You know, like, but so if he's just letting it be, then they could also be like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I had something like that.
My dad's like, that kid's not setting foot in this.
That's good though.
And I kind of feel like, I mean, my dad was pretty mad at the situation, which I can see his perspective on it because like something like that, especially in being a man, that's very like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what these people are thinking. These people could be thinking you might be sexually abusing like the kid, or especially when it comes to a male perspective, like that. And actually, it reminds. Oh my god, dude! Like that reminds me of another
Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, because so for my mom's side, my uncle had a daughter, and for every time she would see my dad, she would flip shit. Like this man, like she was already shy with men. Like she didn't like men. Like she wouldn't like freak out too much, but she wouldn't necessarily let you like touch her or like, hey, like give her a hug. No. She was afraid. But when it came to my dad, she was terrified. Like if my dad would just come, like walk next to her to grab something, not even to like really acknowledge her, she would run away. Or she'll scream, or she'll go to her dad and grab her, like, no.
Vibes.
And vibes. And
which one is this? The real little one?
The real little one?
Who is this?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I don't want to. I'm trying to.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But so pretty much like him and his the mom were separated, so they would split the kid, and his ex-girlfriend is white and is in a white household, so we kind of think that something's going on with her in that household.
Yeah, that
because she's only around at parties like with my dad. That's the only time my dad ever sees her. And it's only with my dad she flips shit. Like I said, with every other man, she's cautious. Like she still acts weird. But with my dad, it's just absolutely terror. And we told my uncle, like, hey, you should look into this because something's going on.
Right.
And
a child shouldn't be acting that way.
Exactly. No. And something like, and she's very attached to my uncle. Like, she's like, this is the best dad in the whole world. She kind of like, now that she's older, she's no longer terrified of my dad or whatever, but she really loves spending time with us. And in all honesty, I think she would choose to be with like our side of the family than her mom's side of the family. And the dad, like her grandpa from the mom's side was addicted to pornography. Like they would catch him like watching it like on the toy, like guy was addicted to it.
What?
And this is like, my mom remembers this story because my uncle's ex-girlfriend told her this story. So we think that like her grandpa did something to her, which makes her terrified of other men. Not only that, but terrified of white males that might resemble him. And my dad's pretty freaking white.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, in my family, my dad is the only white male, like white looking male, in our whole group, and she just flips shit with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's quite strange, and that's kind of where it left off. Like we don't know what happened. Child Protective Services did come to interview my uncle because I guess maybe she caused a scene at her school. I don't know exactly why they got involved.
Okay.
But I know they did interview my uncle and they interviewed my aunt and they asked them like they were speculating that my uncle was the one abusing her. Because they would ask him like, oh, like, is he like, then they would interview like my aunt's son and be like, oh, do you spend time with, my uncle? He's like, do you spend time with him? Have he ever done anything wrong with you? And he's over here like, no, like, he's like confused, like, what is going on? It's,
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, something's going on. Obviously something's going on.
Yeah.
And when we try to talk to him, he kind of just like, he doesn't show that he's intrigued like by like, yeah, what is going on? He just kind of blows it off. And it's like, really, dude, this is your daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Like your daughter shouldn't be flipping like, and then there'll be moments where he'll like scold her like, that's still Johnny. It's fine. Like, why are you being over dramatic? This and that. I'm like, obviously,
like invalidating.
Yeah.
Like obvious. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, obviously there's something triggering her. Why is she getting triggered?
Right.
There's a reason, but it's just never gone that far.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
I just remember that story. I think that was a good Reddit story session.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Woo!
It got heavy.
It got very heavy.
It did. But if you guys like more of this stuff, please. Oh,
I forgot.
Huh?
I'm gonna try to do I want to keep doing this regularly. I forgot last time. The quote of the day.
Quote of the day.
Oh,
for this day. Okay,
yeah.
Real quick.
Quote of the day.
Random one. What do we got?
Random one? Or are you gonna do for April 10th?
I mean, do you want to pick a month and you pick a month?
April.
April year.
20th.
20.
2020.
Yeah. Pick a year. 20th.
Oh.
Well, still it works. 2020. April 2020.
I want to say.
You don't want to say that one? Oh God.
Can't say that.
Can't say that.
Oh, perfect one. You, Drew, you don't deserve a lot of money.
Drew, you don't deserve. Is that because of his Robo Dog? I'm assuming.
Who said that? Who said that? Paul.
It's the only one that I can say that won't get anybody in trouble.
Won't get flagged.
No, that's
it's so funny.
Most of these are from Drew, and I can't say the ones that Drew said on here.
Yeah.
I can say that the one after Drew. This is May. This is Riley. This is also when he looked like Scooby Doo, and he's just like, I heard an argument, and I now have an opinion.
I heard an argument, and now I have an opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I love it.
But yeah, guys, let us know if you guys like these Reddit stories. I enjoyed these.
I liked these.
So I wouldn't mind continuing to do these, and like let us know what different like subreddits to visit and like find some good stories.
Yeah, we gotta work on like our voice acting skills and be like,
I'm not gonna try to talk like a female.
Nah.
Oh, hi guys.
Can you please clip that?
Yeah, I'll clip it. Don't worry about it. I watched the whole thing, so it's fine.
Oh my goodness.
That's for you guys.
Thank you guys, everybody.
That's for TikTok.
Please like, comment, subscribe, or don't. I don't really care anymore. Who knows?
Damn. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn, all right.
No, I do care.
Everybody,
I'm trying to
thumbs down on the YouTube page and anything on Spotify.
Jeez.
Only like the TikTok page.
If anything, if you cannot do all three, just please subscribe and share this at least. Just get this out, to your friends or family, your, coworkers, people you hate, just get it around.
I was trying to do some reverse psychology, okay?
Oh, reverse psychology. No, they'll read into that.
No.
Yeah.
You guys are not test subjects.
No, they're too smart for that. They're smarter than 12-year-olds, Michaela.
You guys are smarter than us.
But most of them. My education fucking...
I don't know.
Education.
I feel like maybe our audience might be a little
I'll clip this.
Remember the challenge, guys. Make Michaela cry and you might get a prize. Whatever that prize is, who knows?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you guys next time.
See ya.